go.
Hello and welcome to everyone watching whenever you happen to be watching, because time is relative. Now, you've come to watch these amazing, wonderful, and crazy, definitely crazy, no longer potentially, for crazy people for letting me do this to them week after week. So let's find out what they're doing when they're not doing this. In this spot, we have the Super Samurai. Saber, tell them, what do you do?
I do art stuff and on the Instagrams, and I do teaching stuff, and I perform for Mercs of Mischief on occasion. And I love to hang out with you folks here at Dirty 20 Gaming. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yes, that's the sound I meant to make. Not in that cadence, but you know, it's the way it works. All right, now in this spot, we have the tricky tiger, Tails. Tell them, what do you do?
I'm a tiger and I'm tricky. I'm here and this is where I like to be. And I'm also a teacher as well. So I do the teaching stuff and I do this, and I've started playing hockey. So sometimes I do that. I also have a podcast, which has been on a very long break for over a year called Tiny Fences. If you want to check that out, it's lots of fun. Yeah, but I like doing this. This is where I like to be.
Auspicious. Now in this spot, we have the funky frog, Farah. Tell them, what do you do?
Hi everyone, I'm Farah. I'm a pre-kindergarten teacher when I'm not doing this, and other hobbies are woodworking, farm work, that kind of stuff. So that's usually I'm outside. I like to be outside. Anyway, that's what I do. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And now in this spot, the name I didn't have to change from last time, which is amazing, the loquacious leaper, Lasumax. Tell them, what do you do?
You can occasionally find me on the Brooks Mischief channel, Dirty 20, of course, with you lovely people over here. And I do some amateur modeling. You can find some of that stuff on my Instagram, Nobody Lucimex. I can send a link later. But yeah, otherwise, I'm chill just to play anything because I love playing.
Audacious. Now in this rectangle space square, whatever the thing is that I'm in, we have the secretly scatological, the Scarred Adventurer. It's me! When I'm not here doing Dirty 20 gaming stuff, I'm doing this and that of various things, including running a small website that is now back up and running called thescarredadventurer.com, which is also releasing content on every Thursday at the moment. Why Thursday? Because it is. And just to get the last pieces out of the way, our wonderful producer is the man, the myth, the legend, the terribly burglary photo of Bigfoot, the piece of driftwood that everyone thought was the Loch Ness Monster, the gorilla costume with wings called Mothman. It's Kevin! The man who is Dirty 20 Gaming. Our virtual tabletop of choice for this is Roll20. The wonderful overlay is done by the immutable Thunderscape stuff with stuff from Pixabay. The character art you see was done by Zora Hell. You can find a link to them in the chat, the description. Somewhere, someone smarter than me is likely putting that up somewhere, hopefully. And the fun music you heard in the intro and we'll hear in our outro is by Ben Sound. And finally, the system we are playing with is Masks: A New Generation. With that done, in comes the new issue. Extra, extra! We open! Not on our heroes' housing, but in a bar called Pomegranate, with our other three heroes, protagonists? No, heroes. With these three heroes out of the bar, we are left with the gods and a nuance left in the bar. So, what is currently the very nuanced opinion of the moon and the god, as the gods keep her there for a heart-to-heart?
You see Nuance like just smiling, laughing a bit, just having just a little bit too happy, and just about 10 of those drinks on the empty drinks on the side.
Margaritas.
Yes. And I think I imagine, and just like maybe one of my friends, they ask, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, it's like, yeah.
Sort of like that. It's more that Persephone comes over and goes, "Oh, honey, you can drop the act."
Yeah. Okay, I'm not okay. Do you have a cigarette? We used to smoke together, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I still do sometimes. They're clothes, but you know, similar.
I just
Hands you one, and the second they start being lit up, they go out. You light them again. It goes out. You light it a third time. Anubis, not one for subtlety anymore, puts his hand over your cigarette and snuffs it out. We have
Fine.
very volatile liquids in the bar. No.
Fair. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But Anubis, baby, I'm sorry. Okay, I just been a long day. You know how I get. It's still lit for a little bit, and I just on my hand, and I just make a little void like from shadow and magic, and just drop it in. Sorry.
Yeah, we do know how you are, and we're hoping that you're moving past the more self-destructive tendencies.
You know, bad habits die hard. But I stopped doing this. I stopped smoking about 2 months ago. my own roommate and her little girl's gonna kill me. But you remember how I was a year ago?
I believe the
found.
term several of us like to use was wild stallion.
Yeah, I was a bull. I was a, what's that saying? A bull in a china shop. Just I'd wreck things physically and emotionally with people, and all of you like still forgave me and kept me around for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
And I hung out with the wrong people. Those fuckers in particular. I point to the devils over there.
Come to burn things with us again?
Oh, fuck off, Steve. Not today.
You know I like Steve, the great and immeasurably powerful. But fine, just have it your way.
It's just being with these new team members. 2 of them, they just remind me of what I used to be. I like being bubbly now and happy because I just don't want to be that destructive bitch anymore. And it just brought back a lot of memories. I just lost control and I just went gung-ho, and that poor idiotic fool. It was a lot.
Yeah, well, French people have a habit of getting on a lot of people's nerves.
Maybe, but that's no excuse.
Oh,
You know,
well,
something's been always bothering me. Like, you always forgave me, all of you. And I always wondered something. Why did you forgive me so easily? Is it because you knew me maybe beforehand?
less of
That's the
that,
way.
more. You're not going to remember a lot of this. We kind of owe it to someone. And we settle our debts, and frankly, most of us have been there.
Well, thank you for giving me, just saving me from myself, because it could have been so much worse.
Well, none of us are perfect, and if we can take the moment to help someone else out, to really steer them away from the path that we went down, there's nothing that is better for us or for them. Now I think, really, with these new teammates of yours, oh no, maybe it's your turn to return the favor. Think about how you can push them away from the path that they seem to be going down. And, oh no, just be there And it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be fun.
Maybe I can try. No, it's been exactly 1 year since I couldn't remember. I guess it's happy fucking birthday to me.
Happy birthday indeed. And as you take that last shot, the shadows begin to fall and swirl around in your vision. And you teeter, and you totter, and you teeter some more, then totter a third time, skipping over the second time. And you fall backwards off the bar stool into a cloud of shadows. And as you open your eyes in this strange, shadowy cloud, you have 4, actually 5 terrible visions, omens, things that one would wish not to see. You see a large bird made of fire, slowly wilting and turning to nothing as an ashen falcon flies overhead. You see a not person, a not thing, something that shouldn't be there, that is there. It seems to be sucking in the light and the darkness respectively. And you see gold standing over an army of corpses. Finally, you see a terrible serpent with a dagger in its mouth, slithering its way towards you, only to be stopped by a white, bright, shining key. You see these things, and an inordinate amount of time passes. Enough time that we can resume our thing with the rest of our heroes, but you know, that's just a behind-the-scenes detail. And from that, a misty, swirly void begins to appear inside the house of our other 3 heroes. Right above, right at the ceiling, somewhere with enough open floor space that as you fall down, you don't hit your head on anything. As you fall face first, smacking yourself right to the ground.
Oh.
Worst hangover ever. The rest of you see the last bit of this as Nuance Moon falls from the sky ceiling onto the floor.
I kind of jump a little bit with my coffee. It splashes on me. Like, what in the hell?
I turn myself over and the bright light, and I just like do this to create like some shadow sunglasses. It's like, oh, it's so bright.
Take a sip of coffee. Where'd you come from?
The bar? I think.
How'd you come from the ceiling from the bar?
Good question. Remember taking one last shot, saying happy birthday to myself, and fell through, and then I had, oh, vision.
So you had a vision, you came through the ceiling, it's your birthday. It's a lot of information. I'm still hungover too. Take another sip of coffee.
I lean over closer to the void or ether and I whisper, someone get this person any leftover tuna macaroni that we had last night. I think she needs some.
So what might be different about what you see now, Nuance, is Ether and Phoenix are actually very close together at the table, and they've just been eating in kind of like cutesy, which you may not have recognized from before. And you're probably not very perceptive right now, but for everyone else, what you would see if you were to see this scene is Ether as void having a, oh my gosh, there's Nuance, I have to help moment, and like immediately sinking back into, I can't be that person right now. And then as soon as Phoenix gives Ether something to do, it's like it's a huge gift, a huge sigh of relief. And I get up and I go to fix some food for Nuance as the others hopefully take care of Nuance while I get the food ready.
I'm a little slow to helping. I don't know if Phoenix helps, but I'm still sitting there drinking coffee.
Still lying down like this, like.
No, I'm just like kind of, I'll reach over with my foot and kind of poke her stomach with my foot.
Oh, don't do that. You two are still so fucking mean.
Hey, you're getting food right away. Just, can you sit up or something? You're gonna have to eat something. If I poke you enough with my toe, you're probably gonna sit up eventually, so.
Or I might puke on your shoes, so just be careful.
Gross.
And on that note, I arrive with some food and I slowly shuffle it. I'm on all fours, just like inching the plate toward Nuance Moon.
Twist shadows and just like manipulate it into my mouth. I've done this before.
The exact image you're trying to portray isn't quite what happens. What happens is like a large funnel just appears and a hand shoving things into the funnel with a little stick at the, just kind of like jamming it into the funnel.
That's disgusting.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And Whispers wisp things are different. I see now.
I'm totally grossed out thinking she can sit up. Like, I know she's drunk, but that's just disgusting. And just go back to my coffee and kind of roll my eyes very judgmentally.
Give it a moment. Okay, then you feel a little better. It's like, got any coffee? Oh, I think I steal yours. And I just like pour it down.
Steal mine?
Yep.
Fuck off.
Quickly, first rolls of the night. Roll danger.
Okay.
And sorry, Nuance roll danger. Whisper, please roll a savior for defense.
Okay.
Give me a second.
I have to fit rolls in here somewhere. Just
That's all good. Any bonus or penalties?
No.
Oh, I rolled. Oh, we both
okay. So what happens is Raiden is unable to protect his coffee. Yet at the same time, Nuance isn't exactly doing a very good job at getting the coffee. So it just falls onto the table, missing the funnel entirely and splashing across your face.
Well, you deserve that. I get up and get myself some more coffee and don't get you some too. It's like, you totally deserve that coffee on your face if you're gonna try to grab mine.
Well,
I'm like right there with a towel, like dabbing off Nuance Moon. And then I realize that I am going to be way more helpful and effective to this team if I am the void. So I feign looking at my device, panic about being late for a class, and run out.
As you run out through the front door, you just see a cat man standing there, just licking
what
his
does he
calves
do?
because all he's got is his pants go up to a little bit past his knees. So all he can reach is his calves when he's licking himself. So it's just the backs of his legs. And he just, hello.
I can't even say hi. I just run. A very bizarre experience.
I'll be asked to be let in and then wander around the door for quite a while before I come in later, you know.
True facts. Is it easy enough for me to get back into my room the other way?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll get changed and do the sneak out, but be very strategic about not re-entering right away. So I'm gonna watch from the window for a while.
As the conflict boils.
I definitely like just have the coffee, like just like, well, now I'm up. Okay. Good for the skin though.
But there's plenty more if you want to get it yourself. And I'm
Mm.
encouraging you here. Get up.
Oh, why, thank you. You're such a gentleman.
Ah, you're so welcome. I sit back down and drink my coffee that I've now poured.
As I pour myself a coffee, I'm just like,
Nice finger.
In fact, if you want to, you don't even need to make the finger while you're busy doing things. Shadow hands, several of them all come out.
That's a cool trick. Shadow fingers. That's a good use for your powers. Why not?
oh,
And
you're gonna tell me about powers, huh? Good use of your powers.
It's too early for this conversation. Drink some more coffee. Look at Phoenix. Roll my eyes.
Are you guys gonna start something? Because I'm gonna leave too if you're gonna start something. Like, I don't need to be a part of it.
I didn't start anything. I'm just drinking my coffee.
I'm more looking at her. Are you gonna start something? Are you gonna start something?
I don't know. Are you two gonna gain up on me again?
Good Lord. I'm too tired for this. I put my coffee in the sink and go get ready for the day.
Oh, the usual, just walk away and avoid the conversation. Great teamwork.
Hey, you wanna go? Talk about it. Start something. I'm here for it.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Like,
I'll turn
you
around.
guys,
Stay in the hallway. Yeah.
you guys were assholes. You freaking gained up on me yesterday, and you were all in the wrong, and you refused to like take responsibility for your own actions. We hurt people, and you just like, oh, it's not my fault.
You were interrupting and not having a proper conversation and wouldn't let Void talk for herself. I was talking to Void and you stuck your shadowy shit all over my face. You're the one who was acting immaturely. It wasn't a gang up. It was you taking over and not letting Void talk for herself.
Void. Oh, it's,
Void can take care of herself. She doesn't need you.
I know that she can take care of herself because like she didn't really help me. She left me with like you two.
Well, you should be able to stand up for yourself then.
That's why I'm talking here to both of you. Like
You don't sound like you're talking. You sound like you're picking a fight. It's not us ganging up on you. I'm just drinking a coffee and you come in here out of the sky in a foul mood, looking for a fight.
because you still don't realize what you did you?
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think you can realize two things. One, that we messed up, but at the same time that the training was unfair. It was unfair to stick us in that situation. I still hold to that we both messed up and that it was unfair. Both those things can be true. And just because someone doesn't see things the same way as you do, you don't have to act like such an ass.
You
And it's
have to
not
gain
ganging up on you to have a difference of opinion. So
I suppose so, but it's just you didn't have my back, and you just ripped me a new one when I was just like, you didn't care. You guys just walked away from everything. You
That's
know,
not the
is
way
that
I
I
would
okay?
think at that point, we didn't have anyone's back. We barely had our own. We were trying to figure our own shit out. We didn't have anyone else's back. We weren't a team. We were on our own doing what we thought we needed to do in that moment.
You had just stuck a wisp in my mouth. I wasn't going to be getting your back. I didn't want anything to do with you. If you're going to treat me like shit, I'm not going to stick around.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. I took it out. And there's some things I shouldn't have done. You're right. Okay. Well,
We're
No.
stuck together. This is going to be a lot more interesting if you're not always, the heroic savior, and we'll try not to be assholes. But both those things have to be true. Void can talk for herself.
Look, I was just trying to stand up for my friend. And you're right. She can support herself. Okay, but like, just ease up on the smart mouth a bit. Okay, and I'll ease up on I'll ease up on trying to shut you up.
And being a goody
Okay.
two-shoes. I'll use up on trying to be an
Oh,
asshole.
I'm not a goody
Being
two
rude.
show. Okay, like,
That's what it was coming off as yesterday.
look, I'm sorry. I'm not always bubbly. Yeah. Okay. I'm actually more of a bitch. Okay, I wasn't myself. I'm trying to find that kind of nuance between the two. So
I'd like to meet the bitch. I think I might like her better.
well, figure that out. I don't. Well, maybe. Maybe I got to speak your language, I suppose.
Do we have class today? Does anyone even know what day it is? Is it Saturday or what day is this today?
No,
It is a Saturday, and it also happens to be 6 a.m.
Why are we up this early?
because fate decreed it.
did we ever go to bed is the question.
No, I didn't.
So what is happening on Saturday at 6 a.m.? I'm looking at said Palm Pilot. What is
Saturday
happening
at 6
today?
a.m. is your screen is trying to tell you something, but it keeps shifting and fizzing out a bit.
Oh crap. I stick my Palm Pilot in a bucket of ice because I think that my hand is too hot currently. So I think I'm personally doing this. So after I pull it out of the ice, I look at it again. Is it working now?
Not quite, but it has stopped doing the glitchy side to side thing. I don't know what to call that.
I have two questions.
Yes.
First is, does Catmandu know about me? Like, is that something that all of the staff would have known?
Catmandu isn't staff.
Oh, right, a student, a first year. So no,
Yes.
wouldn't know.
That's a
Okay.
question you'll have to ask Catmandu, though.
Okay. And then my second question, I think, is void because of the first. Okay. Okay, then to you, would I, as a leader, get some kind of notification before the rest of the team? I'm trying to think of how I can enter into this space and maybe give them the next, like where we should be or what we should be doing.
Well, currently on all of your screens, there's just one message saying, hello.
Can I
What?
write back? Can I be like, hi?
Unfortunately, you can't seem to do anything with it. It just says, hello.
Hmm.
Prepare yourself is the next set of words that comes out.
An immediate knock on their door.
Yeah, who's it? I'll go get it. Oh, hey, Void.
Hey, I got a weird message. Did you get a weird message?
Oh, Phoenix is just checking her thing and it wasn't working. Here, I'll get mine out. Phoenix, is yours working yet?
Can I come in?
Yeah, mine says, what does yours say? Mine says hello.
Yeah, come in.
And
Come in.
prepare yourself? Nuance?
Ditto.
Oh, Nuance. Are you okay?
Hey,
You look awful. Worse than
I
you two look hungover too.
feel
I'm
awful.
great.
Coffee helps. but still feeling kind of crappy. Yeah. But
So
what
you're
this?
all trying to figure what this is, what this is. 4 portals that look surprisingly like nuance moons appear in the ground at your feet,
This isn't me. This isn't me.
and you all start sinking rapidly into them.
How rapidly can I grab for Phoenix?
You can try, but you won't
Okay,
succeed.
Oh, okay.
Shoot.
Oh, I'm
Because
gonna
you were also
try.
not quite close enough together for everything.
True, but I'm still gonna try to whisk everybody if I can to just try to keep them up. Like
Keep us
opposite
together?
tension. Yeah.
Unfortunately, the second your shadows touch these strange portals, or as they're going out to touch these strange portals and your friends, these strange tendrils of light come out and immediately start fizzing yours out.
Not me. Is that you, Nuance? As I'm falling down the portal.
Wait, are we still falling?
You have fully fallen in, as the last words all of you hear are, "Not me!"
I'm just curious to see what I'd roll. Oh, okay.
So you would have if Phoenix was close enough to you.
For flavor, could we say like our
Your
hands,
hands,
touched and then slipped
they
apart?
not even like barely grazed each other's fingertips as you're falling into this strange portal that leads to, and for each of you, it is a room that you don't know where you are or what's going on. But
Phoenix, I had caught your eyes and I'd been afraid and reassuring at the same time.
Yeah, I would have caught that. I think I would have returned it the same look.
And with that, you all fall into an identical room. Wooden floors, concrete walls, and a large vaulting ceiling, almost like standing in a gymnasium at the school, but there seems to be no way out of it.
How much light is there in here?
Enough to see, enough that it lights up the room to a good degree.
Can you tell me again, are we all together in the same room or
You are all in separate rooms.
Okay, so we don't see each other.
However, you don't see each other, but each of you sees a figure. In front of Nuance Moon is a woman dressed all in black with snake tattoos wrapped all the way up her arms, holding a knife in her hands. In front of Raiden stands a man clad in golden armor, haughtily laughing to himself. In front of Void, there is an unperson, a strange something that looks to both be there and not there. An understanding that this thing that you see in front of you is not quite a person, and it doesn't belong. And in front of Phoenix, you see a sickly looking boy dressed all in gray, looking furiously at you. And now I would like you all to roll just a standard 2d6. You can do that on your sheets. It gives you a standard 2d6. Just so I can decide what order I do this in.
Where's the standard 2d6?
All right, so we are going to start with Nuance. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sorry.
So Nuance, you're standing in front of this woman who's quite a bit younger than you are, or looks to be quite a bit younger than you are, at least. Just flipping a dagger in her hands.
And my torch out.
Oh, good. You seem to be getting ready too.
You look familiar.
So do you? Or I suppose you did. What you guys did yesterday was all over the news.
No, not in that way.
No, I know. I'm saying that you looked familiar when I saw you then.
You sister or something? I can't put my finger on it.
I don't know. No, my memories kind of plateau off at about a year ago. So I'm not sure. However, I've been told that if I can make life a little harder for you, at least in this situation, that they'll give me a little bit more something behind what I need to do.
I suppose everyone has their price, but wouldn't you rather know the truth?
I think that the best way to get the truth is to become so powerful that no one can tell you what it isn't.
Interesting. I tend to disagree on that one.
Well, we all agree and disagree to our own things. And her snake tattoos begin to almost fall off of her, but as large, real snakes. So are we going to get this fight underway, or do I have to wait around for a little longer?
I guess if we have to, whoever you might be.
Oh, how rude of me. I'm Negus Nathair.
Cat.
Doesn't really matter. You're about to be mincemeat.
So we'll see about that.
And we
And-
switch scenes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to do these all in bits so I can just keep rotating around. Whisper. In front of you stands a man clad in gold armor, laughing haughtily. That is not his laugh. I will find a better laugh for him later. There we go.
Hello?
Hello, fiend.
Fiend. All right. Who are you?
I
You
am
are-
super heroic,
Good
and
lord.
I am here to defeat you. For
To
I
defeat you.
was wrongly expelled from the same school that you are currently enrolled in for
Can
going
you-
too far.
Can you
but
turn your
you-
voice down? You're so loud.
No,
Continue.
evildoer, I will take every opportunity that I can to get the edge over such evil.
Evil.
A man with a criminal past, such against a man such as myself, could have no way to defeat me.
What? So we're supposed to fight, but you don't go to this school? So how did you end up? How did we end up here? Is this a school training thing? Do you know?
Unfortunately not. For you, my friend, I was unjustly removed from the school for my heroic ideals being too extreme for some people.
Okay, so how did we get here? Do you know how we got here?
My lovely friend Negus Nathair, who will one day be brought to justice herself, helped me bring all of you. So now, prepare to face your ultimate match.
If I have to. All right.
And now we move over to the Void, who stands in front of the Unthing.
My first instinct is to, for the very first time, actually attempt to use my powers, because I know in the past they've always just kind of happened out of my control. And my goal is, if I succeed, I'm hoping to light this space in a way that will give me more information about this non-creature. But subsequently, if at all possible, if the other rooms are close to me, I'd like to light them as well.
All right, please roll to unleash your powers.
It's a danger roll.
No,
Any
that is
bonus
a
or
freak
penalty?
roll.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll give you a +1.
8.
Absolutely. So you light up that room, and strangely enough, you manage to light up the other 3 rooms that we currently know about in some sort of range. But as you do so, the non-creature rushes forward, touches you gently on the arm, and your power and the brightness that you just unleashed begins to diminish back to what it used to be.
What if I smack the hand away?
Go for you do, and the unthing seems a little taken aback and confused.
Does the light go back out, up, or?
Unfortunately, it just stops dwindling as much as it was. It's brighter than it was, but not as bright as it was when you started doing it.
Okay. Do I see anything different now that this thing is closer and there's more light?
It's like looking at a person made of clay. But there are no facial features. There are no identifiers of anything. It simply just is.
The way that you moved your head made me think that this thing doesn't seem dangerous, but curious.
That is the general impression you are getting from it.
Then I'm not defensive anymore, but I am on my guard. I also kind of try to sneak a look at my device, because the words were "be prepared," but we couldn't have been. So are there any other instructions there?
It just says, "Got you. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha." And then after that, a little thing says, just get to the exit this room and be reunited with your friends.
Okay.
They will try to stop. We will try to stop you.
Okay. I pocket the device, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on this thing while also looking for exits.
There's a behind it, far behind it, and I should have said this for everyone, behind these people, there's a door that you can see. And
Okay.
yeah,
If I start to walk toward it, what
it'll
happens?
walk in front of you still and just
Mm. I'm going to keep walking. If it doesn't seem to want to touch me, then the barrier or the boundary between myself and the door is just getting smaller and smaller as I get closer to the door.
as you get about halfway, it realizes its tactic of waving like this isn't working. And it sort of slinks into a puddle, reforms behind you, grabs your shoulders and starts pulling you back.
Grabs my shoulder, pulling me back to where I was.
Yes. And if you let it do this, where you landed, it'll stop you there, go back and stand across from you, waiting.
I imagine I wouldn't let it do that. I would be resisting, trying to run to the door as it's trying to pull me back.
Okay. How are you doing this?
Well, the slapping of the hand seemed to insult it and push it away. So I would try first physically, trying to take its hands off me.
All right. Doing so, while you're doing so, you feel weaker.
Ooh.
And you can feel the weakness that is coming from you almost centralizing in a point. And you see that's where its hands are.
The weakness I'm feeling is in my shoulders where its hands are.
Yes. Or you're feeling, it's like you can feel your power being drained through your shoulders.
Specifically from my shoulders.
Yes. Where they are
But
currently.
my hands that are on.
I believe your hands are
hands.
gloved. So that's the only thing. I mean, just the art wise. If your hands are gloved, then definitely no issues, but I'm going to say physical contact's happening somewhere.
Right.
Actually, let me rephrase. It's when you put your hands on its hands, you can feel power draining away from there as well.
Okay. Then my next attempt, I probably want to save until after somebody else has a turn.
Okay. So we leave you in the void. I get to do this a lot. Between decisions. And finally, we fall on Phoenix. And you see someone angrily staring at you.
It's a child, right?
Not a child, but looks almost like a child, but is still clearly an adult for the purposes of not getting sued.
Okay. I think I would just, I think, stare at it. I have nothing at this time until it makes a move.
It rolls up one of its sleeves and pulls out a small box that it opens up and just starts pressing patches against its arm. Against his arm. That is. Rolls back down the sleeve. And as you see him do this, he grows in size. Not to a ridiculous degree of being giant, just to the size of about 7 feet. Very muscular as opposed to the scrawny wisp of a boy that you saw earlier. Staring you down, just cracking bones. And looks at you and says, I don't like making the first move.
You don't.
So come at me, success.
What are you doing here? What are we doing here?
Well, we're supposed to fight.
We're supposed to fight.
That's what he said.
Who's he?
He's not someone you need to worry about right now. The Mirages are all you need to worry about, you and your friends.
Okay, so you're a Mirage.
Yes and no. Yes, to the point of I am in a group called the Mirages, but I am not physically a Mirage.
We'll see about that. So we're supposed to fight, okay? So then I'll light up a fireball and I'll whisk it at it.
Okay, roll a danger.
Damn.
So the fireball whizzes past him, missing him almost entirely, But just as it's about to pass him, he pokes it with a finger, and the entire thing disappears. Turns into nothing but ash.
Okay.
You were the success of Area 5. You're ready to see one of its failures.
Don't you tell
And he
me
rushes forward at you.
I'm going to slam my hands together and pull out both fireballs. And I'm not going to hit him, but I'm going to slam the wood floor with my fire.
All right. For the purposes of this, I'm not going to make you roll. The floor begins to burn from where you are. And in an outward, almost circular motion, like a shock wave, but of fire, the floor begins to light up. He touches his hand against it, and the fires turn to nothing but ash once again.
Did it do any damage to the floor? Before
Yeah, it's burnt and charred, but there's still a cement floor underneath.
Oh, it's not wood all the way through. That sucks. Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to try to punch it.
Okay. Are you using your massive fire to also just to propel it forward? As you normally would, I assume?
Yeah, but I'm not going to use fire this time. I think I'm just going to use raw energy or raw strength.
All right, that is definitely going to need a danger.
Okay.
All right. And because it's been long enough, I need to relook at things. Because you are directly engaging a threat, you get to resist or avoid their blows as they're going to retaliate at you. As he's going to retaliate at you. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for yourself, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I'm going to create an opportunity for myself because I saw the door.
All
so
right.
I'm basically trying to get through this thing to get to the door.
In a display of acrobatics you didn't know you were capable of. You use the force of your punch into him to launch yourself in a somersaulting position forward behind him as you begin to book it for the door.
Awesome. Okay.
And now we are going to switch over to Nuance because that was action-y, and I want to give other people action-y stuff, and I'm not explaining myself any more than this. I'm the GM. I am God here. So, back to Nuance Moon. These snakes are beginning to make their way towards you.
Can I get a sense of the snake's mindsets?
Yeah, the general sense you're getting from them is attack. It doesn't seem like they're too... Actually, what is it? It's roll a superiority for me, so you can get a sense of their motives, so that you can assess the situation a bit.
Did it go through? Oh, no, it did not. Okay.
Because it's asking for a mod. Unfortunately, all you see is snakes, and they seem to be coming closer to you.
Oh, well then. With a wave of my hand, I'd like to kind of just drop them through a portal away from me.
Okay. Do you have any specific destination in mind?
Just out of this room.
Okay. This is gonna make roll and unleash your powers. Roll a freak.
Roll a freak. Boom.
All right, you successfully teleport them somewhere else, but you have no goddamn idea where. There were about 4 snakes, and you hear a flop sound right behind you. And you turn to see a single snake.
Shit. Oh, God.
It looks kind of angry at this point. It's opened its mouth and has done the snake thing where it hisses at you and displays all of its teeth out.
I get ready to just defend myself with my staff.
All right, then please roll me a savior. You manage to, the snake pounces at you and it bites into the bottom of your torch. And you've successfully gotten it to not bite you, but now it and you seem stuck with a snake on the bottom of your torch.
Okay, then, if I may, I'd like to open my little locker portal specifically. If you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I know exactly what you were talking about. You were talking about the strange extra-worldly locker portal that you open with a combination that only you know into another world of shadow and unknowns.
And I just toss it into there and close it.
Yes, and now it is stuck in your locker, and you are without your weapon.
Shit.
That was impressive. Are you going to really let loose now, or is it my turn?
Well,
As you spend
dance?
that time wondering and pontificating of what you're about to do, she pounces at you.
In what way? Just with...
Oh, she jumps at you with a knife in her hands, ready to stab you.
Okay, let's see if I can disarm her.
All right, I'm going to say that's a danger roll, a directly engage the threat.
Okay.
On a success, you manage to disarm her and take her knife. On a complete miss, you put your hand out to catch it. It goes through your hand.
Okay, it goes through my hand. Is it still there?
Yes, but she is
I
quickly
grab it.
pulling it back out.
I'd like to grab it if I can.
All right, please roll me. We'll do a savior again, but I'd also
Club.
like you to take a powerful blow.
Yeah, that's fine. Where is powerful blow?
Powerful blow is by conditions.
Okay, I will add one. Fuck off. Son of
You do not successfully stop her from pulling out her knife, and she hits you with the pommel of it.
well, I'm definitely going to be angry.
Take an angry and give me take a powerful blow, which is you're gonna have to roll with the plus conditions.
God damn. Okay.
This is going better than I hoped it would.
Okay. Okay. I think with the blood, I'm just like, with anger, I just like,
You know how to roll a powerful blow, right?
no, sorry.
Okay, on your conditions, where it says conditions, you've checked off angry.
Yeah.
Right
already
above there
insecure.
is, right above angry and afraid
Conditions.
is a little dice next to the word conditions.
Okay, so click on that.
Click on that dice. Oh, also mark 2 potential for yourself.
Okay, thank you.
Actually 4. You've missed a lot.
Boom. So add 4 more, or just I'm
Add
at
4
4.
potential after you roll your conditions.
Okay, give me a second, because then it's like at full, like because I already had 2.
Then we will just put it to 1, and and I'll mark it
Okay,
that I have to give you a progression.
so give me 2 seconds. Where is the thing? Okay, potential conditions. Okay, I already did conditions. Sorry about this.
All right, that's a bad thing. So now, do you struggle past the pain? Mark 2 conditions, or do you give ground to your opposition and give them another opportunity?
I will take the first one.
All right,
more-
so mark 2 more conditions. And as a side note, once you mark 5 conditions, you are out of the fight.
Oh wait, never mind. Hold on, because then I would be out. Sorry, give me a second. Oh God, it's not a good day for me. Okay, so what was the second option? Sorry.
Give your opponent
Opportunity.
an opportunity.
Okay, I guess that's the one I'm gonna do.
All right. Give me another savior roll. As she is going to go and try to stab you again.
Okay.
This is easy. You successfully defend the attack. Thank the gods. So now,
I'm too fucking hungover for this shit.
a clearer condition.
Oh my God.
However, the blood is in your eyes and you are having trouble seeing at this point.
I will take out insecurity. Just angry.
All right. As this slaughter is going on, we are going to move over to Whisper and see how his fight is going.
All right, so this guy is talking crap, but it sounds like I don't have a choice but to fight him. So I'm going to try to unleash my powers to make wisps come out of my hands. And what I want to try to do is turn them into the shape of a wolf, which I haven't tried before, but it's my favorite animal. It's the tattoo I have up my arm. So I'm trying to create a wolf that can attack him, and then I can head for the door that I see.
Absolutely. Roll me a freak.
Alrighty. Yes.
All right. So the wolf is there and it's ready to attack the second you give the command. And Golden Boy seems a little taken aback by this. However, you know deep down inside, this will not last long.
Okay, I just want it long enough to make a run for that door. So I'm gonna get closer to the golden guy, and as soon as it's like I'm pretty darn close, I'll get the wolf to attack while I run as fast as I can towards the door.
A good hero never strikes first. Have at me.
Okay, wolf's having at you.
All right. Roll one more freak.
Okay.
The wolf pounces on him. And unfortunately, he bats it away. into a concrete wall and it disappears.
Okay. I'm still making it for the door. I'm still trying to use the distraction. Running for the door.
Absolutely. But he is running after you. And he seems to be moving much faster than a man covered in solid gold should be able to do.
Okay.
As he's got jet boots, which just seem to have appeared out of nowhere.
This man has money. Okay.
So please roll a savior to defend yourself.
Okay. I'll look over my shoulder and see that he's gained ground on me and try to avoid him, but it doesn't work.
He punches you in the back of the head.
Oh, dang. That's how you get a concussion.
Please roll a take a powerful blow.
Okay. Dang it.
All right. So now you have the choice of marking 2 conditions, or struggling past the pain, or you give ground and your opposition gets an opportunity.
I'll struggle past the pain.
Excellent. So you keep booking it forward. Give me a quick freak roll.
Okay. Dang it.
You do not move any faster than you have been moving. And
Well,
he is,
now I've got a punch in the back of the head.
and
Okay.
he is trotting next to you superiorly
Okay.
and dickishly.
I want to try to use my wisps again, and this time I want to try to use them to hold his arms and his legs so that they're clasped together like ropes.
Roll me one more freak. Also,
Okay.
mark 3
Potential.
potential. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Always
full.
mark a potential whenever you.
Yeah, I just missed one of them. I marked 2, but not 3. Okay, so I'm full on my potential.
All right.
I'm rolling a freak, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. His hands snap to his sides and his feet straighten, and the jet boots keep propelling him forward. Unfortunately, because he's not able to offer ballast the way he usually would, the jet boots go all the way around. And he lands on his face as his legs smash into the ground behind him.
I take a minute to laugh. Like, that serves you right, you rich jerk. And then
You shall
continue.
not get away from super heroic so easily.
Looks like I'm getting away pretty easily as I make it to the door.
Yeah, you're able to saunter over to the door. He's angry, and seeing your brilliant ability to just do things on your own without the need of daddy's money. He's one of those people. I hate him so much, and I made him.
I hate him too.
He struggles as you walk over to the door. And
I want to
open
use
it.
one more wisp to like flick him in the forehead before I leave.
Absolutely.
Okay. I do.
At this point, he bursts full on into tears. And you see a phone appear next to him and go, "It's not going well, Daddy!" As you make your way through the door and out of this situation.
Where do I appear?
You appear in a smaller room with 3 other doors. You hear the sound of pain screaming, one can only assume from one of the doors.
I want to try to go through it to help my friend. So I'm hearing the pain screaming. I'm assuming it's Nuance Moon. I want to try to go through it.
Yes, you recognize Nuance Moon's voice well enough that you can understand pain screaming. "Ah! Stop stabbing me! Jackass!" Anyways, as you do that, we switch to a new scene.
Oh, dang. I want to know if the door opens.
Okay. So, Void, it is now your turn.
Okay, so I have my hands on the thing's hands on my shoulders, and I'm trying to pry, and it's not working. And my next thought is, the last time I got angry enough, panicked enough, trying to save, I screamed the word enough, and light blasted everything. And so that's what I'm going to try to do now.
Roll me a
And
freak.
just, yeah, that same is really stinks that my freak is so low.
It's an unleash your powers kind of thing. So yeah.
0 for
No,
bonus
I'm going to
penalty?
give you a +1 for this because you're pulling on past memories.
Darn.
So that's a 5.
And is it true that every time we fail a roll, we mark potential?
Yes, you do.
Cool. So for my fellow players, if you haven't been doing that, there's been a lot of failure. Go ahead and
So
mark
much.
potential.
It's been hilarious. At least on my end.
Everybody who's not currently failing the roll is very entertained.
That too. As you try to do so, the light, it doesn't quite seem to just go off. It doesn't seem to work.
Okay. I'm really panicking now then.
You can
Is
feel
it
free to
possible
try
that
again.
well, I was going to say, is it possible the opposite could happen? It gets really dark.
I think you would need to understand the okay. So understanding the emotion of yelling enough, trying to stop everything is an outward feeling.
Yeah.
Trying to internalize the feeling and understand that is what would allow you to suck in the light. Is what a voice in your head suddenly says, unbeknownst to anyone else. It sounds a lot like this your professor, the Scarred Adventurer, but you know, no one's really talking about that. And canonically, it does sound like the Scarred Adventurer. This is real. This is happening.
The interesting thing right now is trying to separate myself as a player from the character and trying to figure out what the character is exactly at. Because I know what I would do, but I don't know.
If you're in this state at the moment, I would like you to mark afraid.
Afraid. Am I afraid? Yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Physical didn't work. Power didn't work. Can thinking of our mantra help me in any way right now? The phrase that I told my team, why are we here? And trust in the process. Can that help me right now?
I see no reason it couldn't. Go for it.
Okay.
Whatever you roll on now will give you a +2.
Can I use a team dice for this, even though my team's not here?
Because you are pulling from your team as memories and understanding that they are a part of you, even when they're not there with you. Yes.
Okay, so what do I roll?
You roll a +3 to whatever you're rolling.
I roll a +3 to whatever I'm rolling. I feel like I'm trying to directly engage the threat right now. I think this is danger.
Then go for danger.
Danger +3. Still miss. Dang it.
Unfortunately, the gods of dice have decided that that's terrible and are allowing you a reroll.
Granting advantage. Do you want me to take the +3 off though?
No, keep the +3.
Okay. Still missed. What you gonna do now, GM? The gods do not want me to succeed.
No,
I
apparently
am
the dice
trapped.
gods
I
hate
need
you.
my real team right now.
You just
Oh,
hear
I
a
know.
voice.
I've got something. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold that thought in case this fails. I know that part of being the Janus is I can take off my mask. And when I do that, I can use my mundane to try and trick whoever it is I'm fighting against. So maybe if this null doesn't recognize me anymore, it'll leave me alone.
Okay. Now roll for it.
So in my bag, I'm going to put on, I'm gonna try and pull my sweater over top of myself. And even if it goes over top of this clay thing, I don't care. And
You don't
And
have your
that's a
bag with you,
mundane.
but a sweater materializes on you.
Thanks, Card Adventure. Okay, so I'm rolling mundane. Any bonus or penalty to this one?
+1.
This one. 13.
Excellent. It works beautifully. And it is confused. And it takes its hands off you. And then for the first time, you see a mouth open up on it going, where did it go? Where did she go?
I'm booking it for the door. Sweater on.
Oh, he's going to be angry about this. And you get
It's
through
in
the
my
door.
hero nature to care, but I go.
You get to the door. You open it and you see Whisper.
Oh, hey, you made it out. I heard screaming out of that door. I think it was Nuance Moon. I'll go for
You
that one.
see
if you go
ether.
for that one.
You see ether.
I see Ether. What are you doing here? Who are you? Well, I know who you are. What's going on? Can you help?
Yeah. Whoa, second year training is really hard. Give me a second. Why do you need help?
Well, I don't need help, but I heard screaming out of this door, and I'm pretty sure I had 2 friends stuck, but you just came out of that door. I don't know. We don't have time. There's definitely another one of us from the house through that door. Can you take that one? I'll take this one. I'm pretty sure Nuance Moon's in this one.
Sure. I can help. I go to the door opposite, which would be Phoenix's door, which is so good for this narrative.
And as this happens, we turn back to Phoenix and explore Phoenix's scene as we are awaiting this scene that happens just a little in the future of this scene.
Okay, so I'm in mid somersaults and landing in front of the door.
Not closer to the door, but it's still a little ways away.
How far?
30 feet?
30 feet. Okay. I'm going to fire blast the door open.
All right. If you can roll for, do any of your abilities allow you to roll for danger instead of freak for this?
Only when I'm when I leap to defend my love or rival. So
all right.
if,
I couldn't remember your abilities well enough, so just give me a freak.
Okay. Oh wait, no, sorry, I have an active move. Physics, what physics? To barrel through an insurmountable barrier, roll danger instead of freak.
There we go.
There you go, I can do that.
Yeah, physics? What's physics? 30 feet? Pff, I don't need that.
I don't need 30 feet. It's like 2 inches in front of me. Heck yeah.
You just bulldoze through the door. Unfortunately, there is someone hot on your heels. And you've destroyed the only way of stopping him from following you.
Oh, frick. Okay, so I go through the door. I break the door open, I go through the door. I just—
for narrative purposes, if you keep running forward and barrel through the next door, that is the door that Nuance Moon is in, and everything will work out that way.
That's literally a bull in a china shop kind of thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I would. I'd probably try and turn towards the threat after I get through the door, because I don't think I would keep going forward. So.
All right. For the purposes of this, because you did not roll a complete success, only mostly a success, you keep going through and you bash through the next door. He's still barreling behind you and you turn to face him. But behind you, there's also screaming. One would assume that there's screaming. Is there screaming? That head nod is a yes. Excellent.
Okay, so I barrel through the one door. I take a glance at both Raiden and ether now. I like see
Are you
them, but
there?
I'm like still
I don't know if-
going. And
I
then
don't know if we're there yet.
Huh?
I don't know if we're there yet. Did we show
Oh,
up
you
yet?
are.
Oh, we are.
For narrative, for whatever purposes, this not only transported you through time, but also space. Not through
Okay.
space, but also time. So everything works out this way.
I imagined like I was at the door about to enter Phoenix's room when the door burst through and she goes through into the next door past Whisper into the next room. So like the two of us were just about to enter when all of a sudden Phoenix comes screaming through and now we're
Yes,
following.
you're just out of danger's way, but now you're like
Yeah.
just so that you wouldn't be hurt by Phoenix crashing through doors. And somehow, miraculously, no chunks of wood are smashing into you and hurting you guys.
self high five. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the other door and I'm going to turn towards the threat, but then I'm gonna face like, so I'm kind of like half and half, seeing my threat and also seeing the screaming.
All right.
And I probably just gonna face my threat again, but I see everyone else and I'm like, okay, we need to help her. She's dying or something. I got this guy.
And
You
now
said I
you
didn't
all in the
have
same
my
scene.
bag, but I was hoping that I could, like I had a first aid kit or something in it.
Quickly rewind. You have your bag.
Oh, good. That I pulled my sweater out and now I have a first aid kit and I'm going to try and attend to Nuance Moon.
Yes, as she is still being attacked.
She's still being attacked though. Yeah,
Oh,
there's like someone
shoot.
over her trying to stab her.
I'm probably just going to tell it's like stay back.
I want to use my wisps to wrap around the knife and try to hold it in place. Can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll for freak. Lots of freak.
Can I add
rolls
any
today.
bonuses because I'm trying to help?
Yeah, take a team dice.
Which is +3, right?
Which is +1. I gave +3 because there were lots of bonuses there.
Okay.
So that is a 10. You managed not only to hold the knife, but to tie it basically to her shoulder like this. So it's all wrapped around and she's unable to move the knife forward without moving the entirety of her body forward.
I'd like to try something.
Absolutely.
As that happens, it's like 1 year. Let's see what you went through, and I focus that magic that was the healing magic, but I kind of changed it a little bit.
Okay.
This white magic, and I think about the person who taught me this, right? And I touch the same bloody hand glows with this white blood, and I just touch her head and I try to like go through her mind. In exchange, I also exchange my memories.
The second you do that, there's an interconnectedness that happens between the both of you and one other person. And for a brief moment, you have perfect clarity. And you realize that you are not just one person. You are, in fact, you are not yourself a person in a way. You are an aspect of another person, of a goddess. And so is she. And so is Mother Nightingale.
Do you understand now? Do we have to fight? Why do we have to fight ourselves? You're me. I'm you.
I'm just looking between them, not really getting what was going on. What?
At this
Our
point,
name. Don't you remember? Do I remember our name?
oh, you ask her if she remembers because you don't, but she looks at you and she goes, Hecate. And the both of you pass out.
I run up to Nuance Moon to check her pulse and to look at her hand and just checking.
Now
her
I'm running too with the first aid kit.
Yeah. The strange thing, the heat, the healing glow that happened around her hand seems to have fixed a decent chunk of it. But also looking at Magus Nathair, you notice the wounds that had appeared on Nuance are now also on her.
Aether, why don't you just leave me the first aid kit and go help Phoenix? She's not done with her whatever that is yet.
With just, if I may, like just with some little clarity, if I see the wounds, can I just say, please help her?
Just a moment of clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I listen to you. I leave the first aid kit with you, which takes a lot of trust because I'm very good with it, but I believe in you and I can't help but run after Phoenix. And as soon as I am out of Whisper's vision because he's focused, I go to rip off the sweater and have a contemplative moment and realize that I can maybe use this to my advantage again. So I leave it on, I guess symbolically, just realizing for myself that like it doesn't matter which part of me I am or which mask I'm wearing. I can do these things no matter how people see me. And I go to help Phoenix as Ether.
Excellent. So as you do this, the man who had run through that you know the name of, but your characters don't, in all likelihood, rushes through, ready, winding up to punch Phoenix with more strength than what should be capable of any human being whatsoever.
I see Ether, like I see him winding up and I see Ether approaching. And in a sudden burst of panic, I throw not fire, but it's smoke down to blind the threat, so we can get out.
So you create a smoldering effect with your flames that then turns to smoke, creating a large smoke screen. There's no other word for it.
If I can
will
aid in that in any way with light, because light casting off of that smoke would make that opaque.
Absolutely. I'm just going to remove a team dice and say you guys do it. This is I like this.
Great.
There's no need to do anything aside from that. As you do this, he rushes through the smoke cloud. He gets kind of lost in it and continues rushing, tries to run out of it. The smoke is still caught in his eyes, and he slams directly into a wall. And unfortunately, his drug that he seems to have taken makes him super strong, but not super durable. So he slams into the wall and is immediately taken out of the fight.
Okay, so he's down, so I don't have to do anything else because I have another one ready to go. I'm pumped.
You can throw another smoke bomb at him, but he's just out.
Okay, if he's obviously out, prior to how I normally would have done, because I'm a beat a dead horse kind of person, if it falls, I will cease immediately prior to how I normally do things.
Yeah. Well, it seems that this Ashen Falcon has taken a real dive. I need to fit some of these in. I've got too many. And now you
Still
are
think
all
the
left.
room with null and void in it was the best one of the day, but a little biased. I'm gonna look to Phoenix and say sort of similar to the last time this sort of thing happened. I'm looking her over for any damage.
I look back. I feel I feel pleased with myself over how the whole encounter happened. And all you see is pride. Like there's just like a
Aw.
beaming like glow, and I go to you and I reach out my hand for you to take it.
We do our special handshake where it's not like a business, it's the thumbs. Can't do it with my own hand.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no one can
can't
do that
do
with their
it.
own hand.
But yeah.
I imagine this all happens through a sweater sleeve.
With the ones that have the holes and your like thumb is out. I don't, this one's
Okay,
not it.
that's also better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helping,
yeah, and then
I'm
we're gonna
helping.
head back to our team.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
still helping Nuance Moon and just going, damn, that's a bad day. And even though we had that little bit of a spat and kind of made up a bit, I'm still feeling like pretty crappy for her and being like, that's not a cool day. And then it dawns on me, we haven't seen Void. And I can see Phoenix and Aether coming, like, and I yell at them from a distance, check on Void, see if you can find Void. Yeah.
I look to Phoenix and I'm not sure if I'm ready for the other two to know. Like something in me says that they're ready, but I'm still self-conscious about it. So I kind of nod with Phoenix that we're gonna run to find Void. And once we get into a private area, I take the sweater off, put it back in my bag, and come back around with Phoenix as the Void now.
Okay. I would say Nuance Moon's doing well, and then I would ask, where's Aether? Like, is everybody okay?
She said she was at a different class, so she had to go.
I look a little disbelieving at that, but I don't question it. A class, okay. So did she find a way out of here? Do we know a way out? Do you know, did you see which way she went? How do we get out of here?
Well, that is the grand question, isn't it? Oh, lovely. This was such a fun thing to watch. That one was a little gruesome. The rest of you, though, oh, splendid work.
Is this a voice or did somebody come in?
You can hear, it's a loud voice, and it's all, you're all looking kind of at Nuance and Magus Nather, and you turn around and you see a man in this strange, jestery, circusy kind of getup, in this impossible to really describe well without looking at the picture that I already have of him, character, with bright starry eyes, a big smirk on an orange mask with a stripe down the center, a set of strange yellow and purple like gloves that stop right around the thumb, a green shirt with purple suspenders, bright blue pants, yellow shoes, and a blue curly top hat to top it all off. He looks at all of you and goes, well, this is wonderful. Oh, I haven't been this entertained in quite a while. Ah, it's good that you're all here. Ah, now my plan can begin in earnest.
Did you bring us here? Who are you?
Oh, how rude of me not to introduce myself. I am the great Dr. Illusion. And with that, you all stand a little confused, fairly angry at being thrown into this place, unconscious, and now worried that someone knows your secret identity. And with that, we bring an end to this episode. So, we had some fun with superhero characters today, and we got to bring in and I got to do something that I've been prepping for since the very beginning of this, which was foils and mirror-like characters for all of these wonderful players I have. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to continue on with my actual ending monologue now. So if you liked these characters and you think that you have another supervillain or superhero that you'd like to see in this show for some reason, please leave a comment. I will check the comments of this video and all the other videos as well. Leave a comment in chat. Leave a comment in our Discord. Please do something somewhere so we can keep chatting with you about this awesome thing we're doing. I love doing it, and I'm super happy that these people are crazy enough to let me actually do it.
Super happy.
Super happy, yes. He's another superhero. He's all bunny ears, and he throws water balloons at people filled with paint of bright yellow paint, but it always ends with a smiley face on it. It's very confusing. Anyways, aside from that, please be sure to like and subscribe and show your friends, your enemies, show everyone, show them why you're better than they are. And this leads us to our 7 or so thank yous that we have at the end of every episode. So thank you, Saber, for bringing in this emotionally vulnerable character that I know is not always easy to do. But thank you for feeling comfortable enough to do it with us.
Thanks for giving such a cool foil. Honestly, I'm gonna just have so much reflection later about how that applies to my actual life. So thanks for that invite. That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah. Continuing on, thank you, Tails, for dealing with the character I hate the most that I made. Oh God, he's such a prick.
Yeah, he is. Thank you for creating him.
Oh yeah, and that's not the last you've seen of him. He's rich kid whose dad bought him superpowers, like that Powerpuff villain. Yeah, that's who I based it off of. I am a weird dude. Anyways, continuing on, thank you, Farah, for learning to solve problems not with brute force, because I made you not do it that way.
Yeah, it was challenging, but we made it there. We made it.
Yeah, it works. Anytime you say, I want this new power, I just go, done, and then we move on. Thank you, Lasumax, for coming in this week. I know we didn't have you last week, and we definitely missed you, but thank you for coming this week, and for rolling so terribly that we had to rescue you.
Story had to be told one way or another.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Kevin, for always being this wonderful purveyor of this platform where we get to do this crazy thing, and allowing me to do this crazy thing which other people wouldn't let me do. Am I bitter? No. Anyways, thank you, the awesome thank you, you, the audience, viewer, awesome person of tonight, tomorrow, whenever you watch this, listen to this, whatever you do with this form of media. Thank you for chatting with us throughout the game on Twitch. Generally lurking. I almost said jerking. We're gonna just move on from that. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, or just enjoying this altogether. Every single person that comes to watch this is wonderful, and we love you so much. Yeah. Now be safe, and as always, please, please, please be nice to each other. And until next time.